Getting started with the cloud can be overwhelming. AWS Cloud Adoption Framework can provide prescriptive guidance to help you effectively transform your organization. Through cloud migrations, business can improve their business outcomes, including lowering costs, reducing business risks, improving operational efficiency, becoming more agile, innovating faster, creating new revenue streams, and improving customer and employee experience. In this video, we'll cover a fictional organization and discuss how the AWS CAF identifies key capabilities needed to drive cloud security. Humble is a productivity-focused note-taking application used by over 1 million users across varying client devices. Humble isn't freshly migrating into the cloud. They've been using AWS since their humble beginnings in 2022. As a startup, they had to focus all their capital on developing their core business components to generate revenue. Now they are trying to take their company public, and for their initial offering, it would be easier if they were compliant with industry standards and ensure the public how Humble takes its customers' privacy seriously. AWS CAF not only helps migrate new users to the cloud, but also allows existing users to fully utilize and leverage the cloud. The security perspective helps you achieve the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of your data and cloud workloads. AWS CAF capabilities provide best practice guidances that help you improve your ability to effectively leverage the cloud to digitally transform organizational security. Security governance, assurance, IAM, threat detection, and vulnerability management are a few of the capabilities covered under this perspective. So why is cybersecurity important in a cloud-based workflow? Infrastructure, network, encryption, and disaster recovery are few of the components we are going to be discussing today. When it comes to compliance, GDPR and CCPA strictly requires user data to be stored and processed in that region itself. Compliance with GDPR can open up Humble to new markets to expand to. AWS Artifact and Audit Manager provides on-demand and continuous compliance assessments respectively. Amazon Macie is a machine learning service which can discover sensitive data and enables automatic protections against those risks. Encryption is one of those uniquely advantageous processes to the cloud. Encrypting data at rest and in transit is particularly hard and expensive to implement on-premises. But the cloud makes that process automatic and simplified. Encryption is fully managed by AWS, so Humble just has to choose which encryption type they need to use. Bulk data encryption is cheaper in AWS compared to on-premise. And all of the key management can be done using AWS's key management services. But vendor lock-in and data egress costs should also be considered. Identity access management is handled by AWS IAM for the internal employees who work or use the AWS production network. A federation between the Active Directory and AWS Identity Access Management can help employees use the same login information across their work applications. Single sign-on can also be managed by AWS IAM. Proper access controls should be given to users and services based on their attributes or roles. The customer sign-in portal can be managed by AWS COHNDNE, which is used for managing user accounts, sign-up, and authentication within your platform. When it comes to day-to-day security operations, we could leverage AWS services such as CloudWatch and Audit Trail to increase visibility across all the services, including access logs and performance metrics on the VPC. All this data can be used to detect threats or vulnerabilities using a dedicated SIEM or AWS Security Hub. Using hardened VM images for servers hosted in clouds can ensure attack surface detection and allows for defense in depth. Securing applications using AWS Web Application Firewall with CloudFormation protects services from sophisticated Layer 7 attacks, all while streamlining your security operation. DDoS attacks can be mitigated using CDN points of presence near originating traffic, as AWS Shield coverage is provided free of charge for Route 53 and CDNs. Routine SOC tasks can be automated using Lambda, which would free up analysts to focus on resolving root causes. Simulating what-if scenarios and iteratively training red and blue teams can improve the security posture of the company and reduce risk and improve the time to response. A business continuity plan has to be done to identify core business components to prioritize survival. Data loss prevention can be ensured by encryption, access controls, and continuous monitoring across all services. Finally, moving to a multi-cloud approach can assure maximum availability and redundancy. Humble has to prioritize a project to move its operations across multiple cloud service providers to avoid vendor lock-in or prepare for a business continuity plan. By applying all these solutions, Humble could improve its security posture and ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of its data and processes. Thank you.